Hello there, you amazing people, and welcome to the video. In this video, I'm going to talk about what is depersonalization and derealization. You might be experiencing some things right now which you've never really experienced before. Things like you're sort of trapped in yourself, you feel like you're in a dream, you're disconnected from yourself, and all these other type of things. And I know that it's really, really scary. So right now, you're probably doing some research about what these symptoms mean, which has led you to this video. So in this video, I'm going to explain what depersonalization, derealization is and why you have it. And for those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Dan, and I help people overcome their depersonalization, derealization using coaching techniques. Depersonalization or derealization, commonly known as DPDR for short, is a type of dissociation disorder, which is generally caused by anxiety or some kind of trauma or prolonged high levels of stress, anything that puts the body under strain. It is 100% possible to recover from DPDR no matter how long you've had it, but I'm not going to talk about recovery in this video. I've done lots of other videos on that, so go check them out. In this video, I'm going to talk about the specifics of what it is, some of the symptoms, and why you've got it. What is depersonalization, derealization? Depersonalization, derealization, DPDR, is a state where you frequently or permanently feel detached from your feelings, yourself, the world, other people. Some common symptoms include feeling like you're in a dream, seeing yourself from outside yourself, not feeling like your voice or body is yours, intrusive thoughts, questioning big things like, how do we think? Why is the moon the moon? How can I prove people exist? Being detached from your emotions, not able to connect with family and friends, and many, many more. If you experience any of these, and there are a lot more symptoms as well, then it's possible that you have it. But if you do want a formal diagnosis to make sure this is what it is, then go and chat to your doctor about that. DPDR is caused by anxious thoughts, trauma, or severe stress. It's a natural defense mechanism against extreme threats to your body. It's designed to detach you from the event to help you cope. It usually only lasts for a few minutes. For people who suffer from DPDR, it can last much longer and be very scary. So think about if you're being attacked by a tiger. Sort of the thing is that your body, to protect itself from the extreme trauma and the pain that it's going through, will detach itself from what's happening. It'll detach itself from what you're feeling. And generally this means is that you can sort of be eaten by the tiger in the most least painful way as possible. But right now, of course, you're not being attacked by a tiger, but your mind is still sort of perceiving some kind of threat out there, which is why it's making you have this defense mechanism. Why the symptoms are so scary? The symptoms are so scary because of two main things. One, you've probably never experienced anything like this before, and you're not sure why you feel this way. Two, you don't know how to stop the symptoms, so you think it could last forever. It is really, really normal to feel like this is going to last forever, but please believe me and trust me that it's not going to last forever, and lots of people have recovered from this. The horrible thing about DPDR is that it can make itself stronger. As your mind is currently perceiving a threat, which is why you have DPDR, it's in a fight or flight state. The symptoms can seem like an additional attack on you, and so your mind dissociates more to protect it more from this attack, which makes the symptoms stronger, and so on. This is why it's really important to not focus on the symptoms, because the more you focus on them, the more you're going to get scared, the more you're going to get worried. And this is, not going to put you in a good state to be able to overcome this. Trauma doesn't need to be stereotypical trauma. DPDR is caused by anxiety, stress, and trauma. However, you don't need to have been in a car crash or natural disaster to experience it. Trauma can be caused by long-term stress, such as prolonged bullying, work pressure, a breakup, etc. Or it can come on quickly, such as having a bad drug experience. So really, trauma is just like long-term stress on your body. So if you can sort of pinpoint perhaps what you've been stressing about quite a lot recently, then that might offer some insight into perhaps what's causing your DPDR. During any of these events, you said things about yourself or the situation that you may never have said before. And this has greatly distressed you or made you question yourself or your identity. So even when the event is over, the thoughts and the feelings of the event live on. So the threat you feel continues, which makes the DPDR continue. And generally, this is quite a biggie, and not a lot of people understand this. It's not the event itself, which has sort of caused the DPDR. It's what you've told yourself about the event, which has caused it. Consider that you've been smoking a whole lot of joints with your friend, and they say something to you like, hey, man, isn't that crazy that just the space and the universe is infinity? And then all of a sudden, you might think to yourself, crap, yeah, like it does go on forever. And that might make you question things like, well, why am I here? What's my purpose? Where does it ever stop? And some of these things you might not have actually said to yourself. And this might trigger sort of deeper things in you with, well, like, well, what am I doing with my life? Or how do I even know that I'm doing the right thing? And this is going to start to create anxious thoughts, which is going to start to, become an attack on yourself. And so your mind's going to start to dissociate around this. Obviously, it can affect different people differently. And say like 5 people witnessing the same event are all going to take away different experiences of that. So it doesn't mean that every single event or trauma or anxiety or stress is going to create DPDR. But unfortunately, in some people, it does. If you are experiencing DPDR and you are experiencing things like, you're in a bubble, or there's a glass sheet up in front of you, or all the sounds are heightened, or the visuals are heightened, or whatever the symptoms are, you can do some things to calm yourself down and to give yourself a bit of hope about this. First of all, you need to go easy on yourself and tell yourself that this isn't your fault. You didn't ask for this. You don't want this. So that's going to really sort of relieve the pressure off yourself. And if you take off that pressure, then you're taking off that threat a little bit. So you're not going to be perpetuating it in that way. Another quick tip as well is I'd really avoid going into all the groups. I know this is something which is very new to you and you want to get all the information that you can. But if you're constantly watching videos, if you're constantly in all the groups, all you're going to be seeing is DPDR, 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 symptom, symptom, symptom. And all it's going to do is make you think about it more. And of course, the more you think about it, the more you focus on it, then it's going to go stronger and all the other sort of negative stuff that we talked about. But friends, take heart that you can recover from this. It's not going to be forever. And if you want proof of this, you didn't have DPDR your whole life, did you? So you can get to that point where you didn't have it, and use that as a little bit of comfort, perhaps as a little bit of a seed of hope in your mind that you're probably going through the worst of it right now. And it is absolutely possible to recover from this. So my friends, I hope you've learned a little bit from this video, and I hope you have a little bit more understanding about what DPDR is and potentially what causes it. And if you do want to chat to me about your DPDR and how to overcome your DPDR, then reach out to me. My contacts are in the description of the video. And until next time, my friends, you all have an amazing day, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.